Hey guys, as always, I have my notes on the side over here. So basically, skip this one if you're soft, or you're looking for a happy anime, right? A happy fantasy anime. Before we get off into the anime, I want to say I'm sad. I wrote a story quite like this one 4 years ago. I never got shared with anybody because I want to try to game somebody. It's not exactly the same, so I guess it'll be alright. But being a man of culture, when I saw there was an uncensored version, I was all over it. Basically, this is a magical world, and people get assigned a class, or sometimes they become a hero, or whatever it is. And, he gets given his, and his a healer. Healers don't really get much respect, and they're not really important in the world, though they're necessary in parties. So they mistreat him. And when you heal others, you experience parts of their lives, so that's not good for your brain. And, he didn't like it. But every time he escaped, they caught him again, and they got him addicted to some drugs so that he'd be like happy to do it to get the drugs back. It's pretty murked, right? And having other people's experiences though over time does eventually make you smarter, right? And that's pretty much what happened. At some point, he finds a way to turn back time itself to seek revenge. And that's pretty much what this is about, right? Now, honestly, I really like the story, especially because it matches one of my own, right? But the art is dumb good. The main character is a real person, a real angry, resentful, spiteful, evil human. He's not a bad person though, right? He has negative parts, and not just the positives like you're usually used to if you just watch like happier anime or like feel good anime. He's like us. He gets salt, right? And I keep saying nice things to talk about the story, and there are some negative things. It again, like the eventful thing, I said that might get mentioned it beforehand. Bad things happen. Bad things will keep happening, right? And he will do bad things. And I talked about in my video where I'm like, oh well, slavery and grape and other negative things in stories aren't necessarily bad for the story. When we watch movies, we're like, yo, I'm glad he escaped from the bad thing. I'm glad the prince saved the queen. Or in this story particularly, I'm glad he was able to restart the world so he could live his life differently, right? Instead of being abused and mistreated. And before I move on, I want to kind of segue into like when men are mistreated, right? Like no one cares, right? And like a chick gets mistreated, and like it's all over the place, and the internet goes into a panic, and I guess there's another time to complain about why people didn't like Goblin Slayer, right? But you should really take a look at the Eventical video. I feel like I covered a little better there, and I feel like this is a topic I'm gonna have to talk about all the time because people don't understand that bad things happening in a story does not make it a bad story. And bad things happening in a story and everyone losing does not make it a good story. People are so stupid. Anyway, it'll help you understand how I feel. I have a similar feeling for Jobless Reincarnation. Do me a favor, and when you see this anime, right? If you're not looking for a particular happy anime and you're looking for something, I guess, more realistic, realistic fantasy anime magic, then you know what? Watch the first episode. If you're someone with a strong stomach, watch the first episode. But if you want to skip it afterwards, that's your loss. I respect you for it. But for everyone else, be sure to watch some happier anime to go along with this one. Reward yourself with some Dragon Maid Kobayashi or whatever the name is. And no, wait, I have something else written down here. Normally, this is something that I usually add afterwards, right? When you see a cut and I'm talking, this is usually what happens. But it gets really scuffed, right? He was really mistreated, and he shows the same sort of hate back. I can't stress enough that he is not a bad person. You'll watch it, and you will likely enjoy the anime and eventually like him too. If you're sensitive again, sorry for your loss, you missed on a gem. Hopefully you read a wiki later or let someone else tell you about the stuff that happens, right? Even though you won't get it all, I think that all stories are meant to be shared and enjoyed, so, get it where you can. It's pretty good. Anyway, oh yeah, this character up there is from the anime too. But I'm not gonna talk too long. what is it, 5 minutes? That's like human attention span or something, right? See you guys later.